All right. Hello, everyone. This video is for 9th, 10th, and 11th grades. English, duh. Hello, I'm Miss Riley. I hope you haven't forgotten about me. I haven't forgotten about you, that's for sure. All right, so if you are 9th, 10th, or 11th grade, please hang out with me and watch this. Pay attention. You do need something to write with and a sheet of paper. Today you're gonna be listening to me talk. I'll give you what it's over in a second. But remember how I've always told you guys that in college, they're not going to give you a visual and they're not going to give you like what to write on the smartboard like what I usually do. It's just kind of like you sit in your college class and you listen to the professor talk and you just write, and you hope you write the main points, the themes, the lessons that he's teaching you. That's what you're going to do today. I will help you out a little bit, and I'll be like, please write this down, and then pay attention and write it down because you're going to be taking notes. Note-taking it's an art. So if you want to color code your notes, or you like to doodle as you're paying attention, or you like to draw little pictures, or you like to add your own 2 cents to your notes, you can do that. There's no rule over note-taking. Just make sure you really try to take some notes because it's super important for when you get older. We are going to be covering the 5 stages of grief today. You might be asking, well, that's kind of weird. Well, first off, I like to talk about weird things. You know this. Like, think of our journals. We're going over the 5 stages of grief right now because I think it's safe to say that most of us, if not all, we're going through some sort of grieving process. I hope all of you know what it means to grieve. So we're going to be going over the 5 stages of grief, which was coined by Elizabeth Kubler and David Kessler. Usually the 5 stages of grief are, my cell phone, shame on me, right? I'm so sorry about that. Go ahead and say it. Miss R, cell phone's off. Let me get to it. Let me put this bad boy on silent. It was Cameron, though. Hey, Cameron. All right, it is turned off. My apologies. It's interesting to note, though, that the 5 stages of grief are usually used in conjunction with dealing with someone passing away or having like just a totally broken heart, like losing the love of your life and going through a horrible breakup. But after some thinking and some research that I've done, you can really apply this to what we're going through right now, which is the whole coronavirus and the things that we're feeling over it. So maybe this is going to be applied to you. Maybe it's not. Maybe some of the grieving process will be, because I always tell you guys, we're human. We all feel differently, and we're allowed to feel what we feel. That's our truth. As long as we're not hurting ourselves or hurting other people, you feel how you need to feel for right now. There's no right or wrong way. So I do want to start out with I went to cnbc.com, and they said that the coronavirus can inflict emotional trauma and PTSD in others. So it can trigger certain bad emotions that you've had in the past. Part of it's because we're going through this huge change, the fear of the unknown. Maybe being cooped up in your house might be kind of hard for you. So we all have different things that we're dealing with. CDC.gov, I'll say it again, CDC.gov is a great website to go to. It's a .gov, which means it's ran by the government, so it's a place where you can go for up-to-date advice and up-to-date stats and facts. They say that while fear and anxiety can be overwhelming, that coping with the stress will make you, the people you care about, and your community stronger. So try to cope the best way you know how, okay? There's certain people respond more strongly to the stress, and you guessed it, teenagers are part of that group who are responding stronger to the stressful side. And quick opinion, do you agree with that? I don't know how you're feeling. I haven't really talked to you guys in person for weeks now. So do you agree with that you are responding strongly to stress opposed to maybe other family members, or do you feel like you're more of the relaxed one? So comment below and tell me how you're feeling about this. One last thing that I want to talk about before I get into the 5 stages of grief is if you are having suicidal thoughts, or you're wanting to harm yourself, or you're wanting to harm someone else, or you're just in a very, very dark time, or you're going through just a lot of struggles, it was on the cdc.gov. It's called Talk With Us. You can text them at 66746. That is 66746. You can text them, and there's going to be a person on the other line that is there for you to help you through your harder times. So there is help available. Do not shut people out, okay? Communicate all you can or all you want. All right, so like I said, you need a piece of paper and you need something to write with. The cool thing about not being in my classroom with me, even though it's kind of sad, the cool thing is if I'm talking too fast or you're maybe a slow writer, pause me. Just hit pause and continue writing. You can do that, or rewind it a little bit to listen to me again. You can do that, so take advantage of that if I'm talking too fast. All right, the 5 stages of grief. Remember, this is usually used with people who have lost someone or someone who's going through a heartache, but like I said, I think we can apply it to what we're going through right now. So I want you to listen, take your notes, and at the end of this, I will give you your assignment, okay? All right, here we go. So the very first step in the 5 stages of grief is denial. You're in disbelief that whatever happened has happened. Okay, so the first step is denial. I would write that down. Number 1, denial. Label this the 5 stages of grief. Usually denial it's going to be the first one because you cannot believe that it's happened, like I said. Whenever I was reading about the virus in January-ish, I'm going to be honest, I was in denial. I was like, oh, no way. It's in China. It's spreading throughout other parts of the world. Here in America, we're not going to get it, right? Kind of that romanticized version that here in America, everything's perfect. So I was in straight up denial. I don't know if you guys are struggling with denial. Maybe that's something that you haven't really thought of. Maybe you're just like, no, this is straight up happening and I'm in no denial at all. And that's fine, but maybe some of us are in denial. So the second step is anger. Who has had some angry days or angry moments? I know that I personally have. I'll get into that later. Some of us will question people's motives. Sometimes we will question God or whatever it is we believe in. Totally part of being human. It's okay. Just know that your angry moments in your life, they're going to pass, and it's just part of grieving. It's just part of going through change. So remember that that's okay. The third step is bargaining. So the third step in the 5 stages of grief is what? Bargaining. What do you think that means? What do you think bargaining means? Anyone want to share? It's kind of like the what ifs. If only I did this, this wouldn't be happening. Or if only I would have been washing my hands from the very, very get-go, this wouldn't be happening. You can't think like that. You cannot live in the past. You can only live in the moment day by day by day. Bargaining is also, if you are a prayer, maybe asking God or telling God, well, if I do this and I promise to go to church from here on out, if I do this, will you do this for the world? That's bargaining. Totally normal, part of grieving. It's just part of being human, okay? The very 4th step is depression. Depression, we all know what depression is, or at least we understand its definition. You must understand that grief is a long process of feeling, and depression is a necessary step along the way. I'm not saying, I can't even tell you how long these stages last. Once again, we are all human. We have different emotions and feelings. We all think differently. I know that I've had some really sad days where I'm just bogged down with complete anxiety, and I'll call my mama and I cry to her. By the way, I'm sure my mama's watching this, so hi, Mama. I love you. And Papa too. Love you too. But there's been times where I've been very, very, very sad and just so overwhelmed. That's also normal. Remember that feelings are like visitors. They're going to come and go. Nothing lasts forever. So it's okay to be sad. It's okay to talk to your parents or an adult that you trust and cry to them. Totally fine. Okay. So the very, very last step, and this is kind of comforting, I think this is a really cool last step, is it's called acceptance. And you can ask yourself, what does it mean to accept something? Okay. So this doesn't mean that you wake up one day and you're feeling A-okay and you're feeling amped and everything's perfect in your life. No, that's not what accepting something means. It means that you are used to the new norm, and perhaps you're having more good days than bad days. And I think that's should be a goal for all of us at this point is try to have more positive moments throughout your day and have grateful experiences and try to be kind and love each other versus being rude and hateful and close it off. I kind of lost my place. Perhaps you aren't feeling numb or at a loss of emotion. So hopefully you're out of the depression zone or out of the bargaining or out of the anger, and you're just accepting the new norm and being okay with it, okay, and feeling safer and more comfortable as time goes on. It says, actually, this is my notes that I put. All I know, and my mom has taught me this, is embracing the notion that you shouldn't worry about what you can't change will make all the difference. And I'm going to say that one more time. If you accept the notion that you can't, that you shouldn't, and you can't worry about the things that you cannot change, you're going to feel better, because none of us can change what's going on, okay? We can just do the best we can. So those are the 5 stages of grief. Now I want to point out really fast, do you think that the 5 stages of grief, that as humans we go in perfect order, or do you think we can jump around? Yes, we can jump around. Maybe you never even went through the denial one. Maybe you went straight into anger because you're missing a lot of school and you're stuck at home and you can't see your friends. Maybe you're stuck in the depression area right now where you're just feeling really, really sad. Or maybe you're having a great day of acceptance and you're feeling great today, but maybe tomorrow you're going to go back to the denial. That's the funny, not funny, but that's the unique thing about our minds and our perspectives, is it's not going to go in perfect order. We're going to jump around, and that's just part of healing. All right, so assignment time. I hope that you wrote this stuff down. I hope that you were pausing things as I was saying so you could take your own notes, okay? So this is your assignment, if I can find it. I feel like I'm in college again because I've been like doing research and taking all these notes for you guys. So thank you for helping me learn some stuff too. And also thank you for giving me something to do. I actually got up and put on lipstick and washed my hair. So thank you guys. All right, ready for your assignment? Here we go. You're going to make a chart any way you want on your sheet of paper. Just make a chart. On the left-hand side, you're going to be writing the 5 stages of grief we just talked about. So you're going to write denial, number 1, denial. Skip a few lines, write number 2. Skip a few lines, number 3, number 4, number 5. Then, on the right-hand side, you're going to explain how these 5 stages apply to your life right now and what you are doing to help yourself cope and to stay healthy in all ways. So when I say stay healthy in all ways, that means what are you doing spiritually? What are you doing physically? And what are you doing mentally and emotionally? Okay? So how are you soothing yourself? Okay? So mine, I've started my homework. Mine kind of looks like this, where I have denial, I know you're probably going to pause that and read my answers, no copying. But next video I do, I'm going to be reading you my answers, and then you can also comment down below your answers and what you're doing, and hopefully we can start a discussion. Online classes are like this. You do a lot of discussions together, so try to do that. I don't know all the rules regarding YouTube. I would not write your last name. If I'm sure, put your first name, or if you're even comfortable doing that, you could even just write, like if your name is Emily, write E, and then say what grade you're in, and then just start typing. I'm sure I can figure you out. I'll talk back to you guys. Let's help each other out. I'm looking forward to hearing your answers. I hope this assignment makes sense to you. I'm going to read it to you one more time, and then I'm going to see you guys later, and I'll do another video probably on Monday, because right now it's Saturday, so happy weekend, which that's crazy that I know my days, because here lately I haven't been. All right, so this is what you need to do. On the left-hand side, write the 5 steps, 5 stages of grief. On the right side, tell me, explain how the 5 stages of grief apply to your life and what you are doing to stay healthy and what you are doing to help yourself cope. Okay? Decorate it all you want. If you want to write in colored pencils or decorate with markers, you do you. You're going to label this the 5 stages of grief. Write your name on it, because you are going to be turning in assignments. So write your name on it and just keep it in your little happy English pile, and you'll be turning them in later. You do not have to comment if you don't want to. I just think it'd be kind of cool if you would, so that way we can kind of talk together. If you have any questions, get a hold of me, email me at ariley@drumwrite.k12.ok.us, or you can find me on Instagram or have one of your parents find me on Facebook to shoot me a message. That'd probably be the easiest way. I hope all of you are doing well. I miss you, and I will teach you some more stuff soon. Be good. Bye-bye.